What do you gotta tell me, Mr. Rhyme Style? What do you gotta tell me?
Did I not tell you?
Okay, damn, nigga! Hey, what's going on, guys? You're watching the Modding Corner, and the other day, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 got leaked. Yeah, you know, we just woke up, whole hog on the table, there it is. I don't really know what else to say. But basically how it got leaked was the Bandai Namco YouTube account of Southeast Asia made a playlist called Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, and in that playlist was the recently announced Dragon Ball Age 1000. And you know, it would be one thing if this could be like easily photoshopped, right? But no, the evidence was pretty damning. They left it up like that for an hour. They left it up for like about an hour before they took it down. So Twitter that morning blew the up. Me personally, I like the night before, I spent a long time editing and getting stuff ready for my stream tomorrow because I was gonna stream Cool Mods PvP. And then I wake up, Discord server blew up, my notifications blew up, like and just like whoa, what's going on? And I checked Twitter and it's just like, yep, Xenoverse 3 got leaked. It's just like, oh damn. So I had to fire up a live immediately, and the live was really fun. We got to talk about, you know, all the potential goings on of what this could be. Anyway, let's talk about the battle hour, because that's when this Xenoverse 3 will officially be revealed. So all we have to go off now is just the Age 1000 trailer. Now, of course, the trailer itself did have a lot of hints to what looks like it could be a Xenoverse 3, that of which I go into in this video, but I didn't want to just concretely say if it was or wasn't. Again, there was still an argument to be had, but I mean, this evidence from Bandai is pretty damning, I'm not gonna lie. But if it is what we think it is, again, I'm still using the term allegedly because I'm not gonna call it that until it is officially revealed. But when it is in full hype cycle, I'm assuming we'll get the full trailer, or at least a first look at the gameplay during this year's battle hour, because clearly this is going to be a huge one, especially with the return of fighters and Age 1000 being Xenoverse 3. I mean, this is probably gonna be the best battle like ever, just off, you know, what little we know already. But after that, I believe the game is probably going to go into kind of like a stasis a bit, because they did confirm that it was gonna come out around like 2027-ish. Typically, like they might just do what they did with Sparking, because Sparking 0 was announced at battle hour as a surprise announcement, but they didn't start getting into that game's hype cycle until around a year after that. So basically, I think we're gonna just get like a first look at Age 1000, and then we'll like kind of like be on the hush hush for a while, leave some room for speculation. We'll probably know if it is or isn't Xenoverse 3 by then, and then that's when we'll get into the full hype cycle of the game. Now, what will happen if Age 1000 is fully confirmed to be Xenoverse 3? Oh, it's gonna be so peak. It will be so peak. Like, again, even though I was the biggest, like, you know, Xenoverse 2, like, it's gonna go on forever kind of guy, that's mostly just because, like, I've just accepted Xenoverse 3 was just never gonna fucking happen, okay? Like, I've been playing Xenoverse 2 for a very long time. I've said this a lot of times already, so I was kind of fully content with Xenoverse 2 just being a forever game. And like, you know, if it ain't broke, which, I mean, Xenoverse 2 is broke in some aspects. I play the game on PC personally. I can't stand the vanilla version anymore. But like, if it ain't broke, hey, don't fix it. Keep pumping out DLCs and nickel and diming us. I'm sure, whatever. But a brand new game, like, especially in the style that they're going for. I believe the superhero style that they showed off in that teaser, like, actually would kind of fit Xenoverse. Now, I have gone on wax saying I'm not that big of a fan of Dragon Ball Superheroes animation, and I don't think that art style like works for a movie. A video game, on the other hand, especially a video game where I can customize my character, that shit's gonna be peak. I'm sorry, like that's gonna look good, man. I am very excited, and again, if it is that big 3 announcement, like, the community will flip on its head, because Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, outside of maybe like Tenkaichi 4/Sparking Zero, was the most anticipated like Dragon Ball game, or like the most wanted Dragon Ball game of all time. I made a tweet when Sparking came out, and I said, like, watch Xenoverse 3 be like the next Tenkaichi 4 for people, and it basically has been, because of the crazy switch up that happened on Sparking Zero. But that, I better not say too much before the Sparking Zero dick riders come for my ass again. Anyway, if it is, like, I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, if it is Xenoverse 3, you know, when's it gonna come out? What do we want to see out of it? And what engine is it being on? Those are like the major questions I have. Is it gonna be developed by DIMPS or someone else? Hopefully, I mean, like, I know like DIMPS has a lot of Dragon Ball projects going on, but they're the ones that's most familiar with the brand. I mean, DIMPS has been around since the Budokai days, so they always have been working on a Dragon Ball something throughout their career, basically. But we do have a couple of things to already look forward to in terms of features. Like, for one, spiking hair. That's probably going to be a guaranteed thing, just because we already saw it in the trailer. Another thing is probably like either multiple accessory slots or like other transformations, just going off of the work that DIMPS has already done for games like Dragon Ball The Breakers, which had multiple accessory slots and spiking hair. Because you can kind of see, if it is Xenoverse 3, you can kind of see the breadcrumbs that DIMPS has been leaving throughout the years between the recent Xenoverse 2 DLC and Dragon Ball The Breakers, of like all the stuff that they probably could add that they've already implemented in the games like that. But it depends though, because from what I can tell, Xenoverse 3 is going to be a game built from the ground up. Because if you don't know, Xenoverse 2's old engine, it's like the Street Fighter 4 engine. That shit is almost 20 years old. Like, they need to update it, and what they're likely going to update it to is probably like something more standardized, like Unreal Engine 5, which will kind of change a lot for better or for worse, especially in the modding community. But we'll get into that later. But as far as the release date, now, since it's coming out in 2027, I think it's going to release around October, because I feel like they wouldn't want to release it like in early 2027, just because like Grand Theft Auto 6, man. when Grand Theft Auto 6, like, I love Xenoverse, but when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, nigga, everything gotta move over. Everything has to move over for it. You gotta bow down to it. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta bow down to it. And I think the extra dev time especially wouldn't hurt it. Or if they do, they could pull a Sparking Zero and release it the same day they do the Moro arc, which is also alleged to be coming in 2027. Again, assuming they don't want to go up against the juggernaut that is Grand Theft Auto 6, and they drop it around late 2027, I would want to guess to say the exact release date of the game will probably be either October 12th, 2027 or October 26th, 2027. And again, you could probably quote me on that. That's just a guess. That's just a guess. That's just a guess as to what the release date might be, because most Dragon Ball games do release, like most of the major ones release in October. Xenoverse 2 released in October, Sparking Zero released in October, Fighters released in February for some reason, but go off. and Kakarot had an early release too, I remember, but like between like the major ones, like they typically release either early in the year or late in the year. But it really depends. It really depends. But that's when I think personally is coming out. Now, what does this mean for the future of Xenoverse 2? Not just in general, but, you know, content from me, DLC, mods, you know, like what does this mean? Now, if this is gonna be the big three, right, then that means we know for sure that Future Saga Chapter 4 is the final Xenoverse 2 DLC, which is a sentence I would have never thought I would have said. I'm not gonna lie to you. If the final DLC is Future Chapter 4, and if it's anywhere as good as Chapter 3 and they can stick the landing, that it would be a really good way to go out. Or if they find like some way to tie it in to Age 1000, like, you know, since it is called the Future Saga and we've yet to see the future, you know, maybe this could kind of be like the, you know, layup they could use to get into that new story. But it's really hard to, I might make a whole video just speculating on it, because I have a lot of ideas now that, like, you know, there's a possible link there. It'll be fun. But yeah, that'll be it for DLC support. It'd be pretty tragic to see, like, especially like characters from the hero vote not make it like Bergamo. I mean, like, if you don't get into this DLC, you're cooked. But yeah. And another thing I know a lot of people are worried about is what will this mean for Xenoverse 2 mods? And here's how I kind of feel about that. I feel like even if it is Xenoverse 3 coming out, like, I feel like modders shouldn't just pack up shop and give up on 2, because like Xenoverse 2 modding has like reached like a Sonic Generations level of just like, we have so much cool shit that we can't really just abandon it. Because like, even like when Xenoverse 3 comes out, right, hypothetically, like, it's probably going to be on a new engine. It's going to take time for people to learn that. People are not going to come in like with the same expertise as they have for 2. It's going to take a lot of, like, you know, people are going to have to learn a lot of stuff over again. And like, you're not going to have like mods like revamp or like these crazy characters and stuff. Like, it's going to take its time to build up, like Sparking Zero and Fighters, you know? Plus, we're still a long ways off from Age 1000 coming out anyway. Like, I'd say we got like maybe like a good like year and a half, 2 years. So I'd say, you know, if you're a modder, don't panic yet. I know Eternity himself is probably counting down the days until this game gets its last update, because then he can finally be free like that robot on Sharkboy and Live Girl.
Sorry, I forgot about you, Tobor.
Are you kidding? You just saved me. I'm free.
But yeah, shout out to Eternity. You're almost there, buddy. You're almost there. You're almost free. But yeah, of course, me personally, I'll keep making Xenoverse 2 modding videos, like, as long as people mod the game. I'll make Xenoverse 3 ones too, but I'll still make, like, I'll still make modded Xenoverse 2 videos, like, basically forever, just until I cover everything I want to cover. Which, again, it is a lot of shit. It is a lot of shit, so I wouldn't worry about that going anywhere. I'll tell you that right now. As for what I hope this game is, again, even if it isn't Xenoverse 3 and Bandai Namco made a cosmic error in naming that playlist that, I'm still very excited for what Age 1000 seems to be. A new story in the far future of the Dragon Ball world with a lot of creative input by Akira Toriyama before he passed away. A lot of cool new designs, and just, you know, we got John 1000 in it. So it's already gonna be peak. It's already gonna be peak, you know? But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here, and catch me back in April if it is, and I'll do a feat reveal. Okay, I need a hard confirmation before I do that feat reveal. We'll see a battle hour. We'll see a battle hour.